Alright, we've got a couple successful missions under our belts. We've orbited the planet Kerbin. Now we want to try to get to the moon, or Mun. And in order to do that, we need some of this navigation and tracking ability that I had mentioned in an earlier episode. Now, in order to do that, we're going to have to upgrade our tracking station and our mission control. So what I've done just now is just accepted some money-making missions. We're going to try to ferry a VIP. It's just a suborbital flight. And we're going to test a swivel engine on the launch site. Just to generate some money, we can only take two. I said if we right-click the tracking station, it's 150,000. In mission control, 75,000. We may have to upgrade our vehicle assembly, which is fairly expensive, so we're just going to make a little money and try to complete a few missions. This is the craft I've thrown together. It's a little bit of overkill on science. I love collecting science wherever I can. Every point counts, in my opinion. But I've thrown this together. Now, this is going to be manually controlled. There will be no stability assist, so it's going to be a little sketchy at times, but the goal is to test this on the launch pad and to do a suborbital contract with our VIP, our tourist. So also make sure you put the tourist in. It will always default to the last person who was in your capsule. So in this case it was Jebediah. I went to crew and I switched out for the tourist. So yeah, we'll see you at the launch pad. Alright, I've already set my map up just so I can see what altitude I'm at, and we only have to get to 70,000 meters, just suborbital, and then we can come right back down. That will complete the quest for the VIP. And also to test this engine is the next one. Now we do have these solid boosters. Now, I'm going to set my main engine to full initially because we're going to actually do the test and it will activate the engine. As soon as I activate the test, I'll also be hitting the space to make sure we light up the boosters, and then I'll be powering down. So we'll go ahead, right click, run test. There we go, hit space. And now I'll start to power down those main engines. There's the main a little bit here. Yeah, I don't have very much control, but again, we just want to get this quest done. Quest, contract, mission. Okay. Get rid of those. Full blast on the main engine. I'm going to keep trying to lean. I said manually controlling this whole thing. I'm going to hit our map. Okay, yeah, we're doing really well. I'm just going to drop this way down. Stretch it out. I'm still trying to control the craft also, and it's getting sketchier. Again, we just want to get the quest done. Yeah, we're going to make this a long shot. Hopefully we can get a biome that has some different science that we can use. Just go way down here and we'll start thrusting straight across. We're going to run out of fuel. There we go. Okay, and I'll just get rid of the back end. Let's see if we get any science from this level. What we had. Yeah, why not? We'll take it. We already did space, so we might as well. We're not getting nothing for that. We'll just reset it. And there's nothing, no stability or control at all. We're just going to float up. And we should. There, we got the contract complete. We're floating around. We'll just see if there's any. I'm just going to reset it and hope for a better biome, but I will use, if we can get some pressure here. No. Okay. And I'm just going to time accelerate, and I'll see you on the other side as we come in for the landing. We're going to be landing on the dark side, but you can still see here we should have stretched this out a lot more. We could have hopefully hit somewhere over here, but we're going to hit water again, so there will be probably very little science. And once again, we are manually controlling this, and it's going to get kind of sketchy in here, so we got to pay attention. actually keeping itself pointed in the right direction. The aerodynamics are working in our favor. I'm actually not controlling it. It looks wobbly, but all right. Looks like we did this. Yeah, we're getting lower. I'm gonna pop my chute here. Just want to see if we can get any more science permitting. I have no idea what that is. If you could hear that, well, we're gonna keep that actually. Let's keep that. 17, we'll take that. So we're gonna land in the water, so I don't think we're gonna get any valuables. Take that. We're not gonna get much science in the water anyway. I'll close the doors. Okay, I'm gonna pop my chute now. That wasn't actually too bad at all. And we'll see how we, when we get back to mission control, the Space Center, we'll see how much money we have to start doing some upgrading, so now we can do some flight planning and tracking and try to make our way to Mun. 1,000 more feet to the chute deployment. See, it's fairly wobbly. I'm not touching anything. That's okay. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to time accelerate us down. And coming down really slow. This would be a great speed to be coming down to land on one of the moons. Cover vessel right away. Okay, back at the Space Center, 109, excellent. So we can actually get to the next tier of research and development. So I was hoping to get over 90 for that. Next, we made a little bit. That's from putting on too much science equipment, but it was well worth it. So the first thing we're going to do is, like I said, to get to the Mun, we're going to need some flight planning and tracking. So if we upgrade, we have patch conics visible, so we'll take that as an upgrade. Or flight planning available. Now we had to upgrade the tracking station in order to be able to upgrade mission control, so we'll take that. That leaves us 133,000. So we're going to go into our research and development. Now there's kind of some options we have against like the advanced rocketry, and electrics would be nice. Now this little device actually is like a flight computer. When we took the tourist up, we weren't able to put any stability control on, so this would actually allow stability control without a pilot. Very valuable, but for the purpose of this, I actually think I'm going to go with the advanced rocketry. I have faith that Jebediah can pilot this vehicle. I want the Terrier liquid fuel engine. That's what we're going to use to basically get ourselves to the moon. We don't want to bring the big rocket with all the fuel. So we'll be staging and then thrusting if we need more thrust with this Terrier engine, coming back to Kerbal and doing a retro burn with this little engine. So I am going to take that. And it still leaves us 64. Looking through here, like some stability would be nice. Inline reaction wheels, these big winglets would be nice, but I think I actually am going to hold on, because I do want to save up for electrics, and I'm pretty sure we can do this with what we have. So I'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching.